Did you know the Vatican has its own private gardens? You can actually see these gardens when you climb to the top of St. Peter's Basilica and look down from the top of the dome. But you can also visit these gardens, and that's what we're going to do today. This is an easy visit to book. You just go onto the Vatican Museums website and book it there. If you don't find availability on the Vatican Museums website, you can, of course, book with a third party. When you book a visit to the Vatican Gardens, there are two ways to visit. One is on foot, and the other is on a bus. When you choose the bus option, you should know that the bus goes around and it does make stops, but you're not allowed to get off the bus. We chose a walking tour because we wanted to have more flexibility. This ticket to the Vatican Gardens also includes entry to the Vatican Museums, which of course includes the Sistine Chapel. Just note there is no skip the line or any other type of entry into St. Peter's Basilica with this ticket. If you want a tour that includes the shortcut to St. Peter's Basilica, you have to book this with an outside tour company. We are here on a Saturday in April. I was hoping for a sunny day. It's a little bit cloudy, but that's okay. Anytime is a good time to visit the Vatican Gardens. They are open year-round. But I do love visiting gardens in spring for all of the beautiful spring blooms. But that's not all. The Vatican Gardens holds some really precious things that you won't find anywhere else in the world. So I'm going to take you with me on this tour and show you some of these secret spots inside the Vatican Gardens. So let's go. So once you meet your guide, you basically go into the museums normally. This is the part where we get to go out the special door to the gardens. Did you see that fire truck that went by? The license plate said SCV, which means Stato della Città del Vaticano, which means that the fire truck belongs to Vatican City. As you can see, it's already beautifully manicured. You can also see staff going around, probably caretakers of Vatican, and yeah, it's already really beautiful. Also, as you can see, it's perfectly fine for kids to take this tour, as long as they're okay with all the walking. This is a piece of the Berlin Wall that Pope John Paul II had placed here in the gardens. This is the only fountain with drinkable water in the entire garden. So if you want some water, this is where you can drink from or fill up your bottle. One really cool thing about this tour is that right here when you enter the gardens, you can see the back of the Gregory Profane Museums, and there's a wing that is very often closed, although I have seen it and it's really beautiful. These are mosaics from the baths of Caracalla. Guys, we are here in what's called the Romantic Garden of the Pope. When the Pope was prisoner of the Vatican before the Lateran Accords, he had this Vatican created for himself so he could spend time here. And the idea of this garden is that nothing should be cut, things should grow naturally. So they take care of the plants, but they don't cut them. So this amazing bench that's made with spoglia here, our guide just told us that one day it will disappear because all of the flowers and plants will encroach upon it and cover it up. Not all of the gardens are manicured, but just this section is, and I find it really beautiful. From where we are here in the gardens, we can see the Vatican Museums right behind me, and also St. Peter's Basilica right there. This part of the Vatican Gardens is much more modern than the parts we've just been visiting. And I was told by a friend who used to live in the Vatican that this section over here is where Pope Benedict liked to come and sit and just think and pray. So these are the Leonine walls that originally protected the Vatican. Along this walkway, we can see different plants with the descriptions. Oh, the oleanders are not blooming just yet. And the fact that we are here in April means we get to see all of this beautiful wisteria. Remember when I said before that there would be things in here that you can't see anywhere else? Well, this is one of them. In theory, you can see the grotto of Lourdes with the Madonna, but this is a copy so that when the Pope was not able to leave and go to Lourdes, he could have his own copy of the Grotta of Lourdes, or the Grotto of Lourdes. You guys, I love these trees. I love the shape of these trees. They're so beautiful. Got all of these beautiful olive trees, and on my other side are the Leonine walls. These sculptures here on the outside of this tower represent the reconciliation of the Eastern and Western churches after the schism. So this tour began at 9:30, although we really didn't go inside of the Vatican until about 9:40, and we probably were inside of the gardens at around 9:45. It is now 10:40, so we've been in here just about an hour, and we still have a little bit more to see, and then we'll be heading inside of the Vatican Museums. We are currently right over the Via Triumphalis, which I shared with you in another video. It's where you can visit a necropolis that they found when they were digging for to build a parking lot here at the Vatican. So we're nearly done visiting these gardens. We have a little bit more to go. It's been really beautiful. Included in this visit is not just entry to the Vatican Museums, but also a tour. It is not as full a tour as you would get if you booked a tour of the Vatican Museums through the Vatican Museums website or through a third party. She's basically going to take us through the galleries. She's going to explain the Sistine Chapel, and she's going to lead us to the Sistine Chapel, and that's it. This tour does not include a lot of the parts of the Vatican Museums that I love, like the Pinacoteca, the paintings gallery, and it does not include the Raphael rooms. If you already know the museums like we do, you could also peel off once you're inside of the museums. And actually, that's what we're going to be doing, because we really wanted to see the gardens, and you've seen me do the Vatican Museums in other videos, so you can check those out if you want to see more of the Vatican Museums. You guys, this is really cool. We get to use an entrance into the Vatican Museums that is usually only reserved for employees, so let's go. It is now 11:30, so we've been in the gardens for a couple of hours, and the tour is supposed to last 3 hours, so that would leave another hour inside of the Vatican Museums. Probably it will take about an hour because she's not doing all the rooms, but again, you could actually stay as long as you want. You can peel off from the group, you can stay in the Sistine Chapel, you can go back and visit other rooms at your leisure, including the Raphael rooms, which are not included, so this is a very complete tour. And we're going to leave it there because you've been with me before in the Vatican Museum. So for lots more Vatican content, check out my playlist right here.